Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, The Lost Chevalier, and I wanted to tell you that thank you first for voting in the poll about what book to read. Second of all, that was like 15 days ago. So I'm here with an update regarding the book that we choose, that was Persian Fire by Tom Holland. So far I have read more than half of the book, and I have to say that the book is amazing. It makes an astonishing work, putting the setting into full view, both from the perspective of the Persians and from the perspective of the Greeks. So far it gives a beautiful description of how the Persian Empire worked and how Sparta and Athens worked and in that period of time. That said, 5th century BCE, before the Common Age. It's a beautiful book so far. The writing is masterful. It has a lot of things that I will say that they are good. There are still nothing that I could say. I can't say any bad things about it because it's a wonderful book about the history of the political, military, and cultural history of a lot of peoples, especially the Persians, because there's not much material about the Persian Empire because they are shrouded in mystery, and there is this kind of, let's say, like cultural disapproval for the Persians for some reason. That has more to do with pop media, how they were represented. Because we have that idea, it's a Greek idea, that the Persians were these effeminate people and really feminine, and they weren't that powerful. But in reality, they were a force to be reckoned with. They were really powerful and they were masculine as ever. The thing is that their masculinity is not necessarily like the masculinity of the Greeks. They had a different way to looking at the human body, they had a different way of clothing, a different set of weapons. For example, the Persians were good with bow and arrow, mounting horses, while the Greeks, on the other hand, were foot soldiers, in the phalanx, heavy infantry. So there was like a lot of, how do you say this, like cultural shocks, we'll say. So yeah, so far the book is great. If you can find it in your local library, I totally recommend it. Again, the book is Persian Fire by Tom Holland. I'm going to do probably a video about the Persian Empire once I have finished the book, and I will give a good review of the book, saying if you should buy it, if you should seek it out. I will totally say right now that yes, it's a wonderful book. The Battle of Marathon, the first battle between the continental Greeks and the Persian Empire, is masterfully written. It's a battle between Athens and the Persian Empire, and they were like, well, the Greeks they weren't being invaded just because the Persian Empire was like, yeah, let's invade Greece. They actually did their fair amount of pillaging and killing in the Persian Empire territory before that. Turns out that, well, the Athenians went to help the people of what today is the mainland of the not the Ottomans, because they are no longer the Ottomans, of the Turks. They went to attack them, and they basically burned the city of Susa. By basically burning it, they attacked Susa, the Athenians and the Mycenaeans. Of course, the Athenians retreat, and they just took back to their home. And well, they left the other guys to die. It was a terrible idea. That's because they weren't matched for the cavalry of the Persians. They were really good at cavalry. Like I say, the Persians were taught 3 things: bow and arrow, cavalry, mounting horses, and to tell the truth. Well, yeah, that's the short review of the book so far, the half of it. I'm going to give you an update of how it goes, and it was, and all of that. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much everyone for watching. I hope you had a blast. I was the Lost Chevalier, signing out. Bye bye.